Hey guys, what's going on? White Fox 25 for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about Firewatch. So, Firewatch is a game I've been really excited for and really looking forward to ever since I saw the demo on IGN, and it looks really awesome. And as a person who really likes adventure games, and adventure games don't come out that much, at least the really new original ones that are doing something different, I'm really pumped for this game, and I think you should be too. So, kind of just wanted to make a quick video about it. There's not a whole lot to talk about, but basically just telling you guys what the game is and what it's all about and how the gameplay works and all that good stuff. So first off, let's just get into the real basics. That Firewatch is a first-person adventure game, which is kind of already something different because you don't get a lot of first-person adventure games. It is a really cool art style. Maybe the thing I like most about the game. Yeah, I'll explain it later, but basically, some of it looks painted. It all has this really cool, unique, art style, and I'll have it on the screen. You can check out some of the gameplay so you can see for yourself. It's kind of cartoony, but hand painted. Really awesome, really unique. So make sure you guys check that out, and we'll talk about the whole system they're using later in the video. It's being developed by Campo Santo, which is actually their first game as a studio, but all the guys there have worked on games in the past, so it's not like you're getting people who have never made a game before. So let's just go into the story, because I think that's probably the most important thing in any adventure game, in my opinion. It takes place in Wyoming in 1981 in the Shoshone National Forest. So you play as Henry, who's kind of had a rough year. Your marriage kind of went to shit. You kind of have a small drinking problem, and you kind of just go on this Firewatch assignment to get away from things and kind of just to, take some time and just go into the woods just to do a simple job. And a Firewatch, in case you guys don't know, is kind of like people who stay in the towers and in national parks and stuff and just look for forest fires and just kind of maintain the parks. It looks more like he's just kind of doing random stuff. At one point he yells at girls for setting off fireworks and kind of just making sure the park itself stays safe and all that good stuff. So it kind of just seems like a really simple, premise. It's not some awesome FPS, story, but it's pretty simple, and I think it's going to be a game that's pretty relaxing to play. You have a walkie-talkie, and you're always going to be able to talk to this girl named Delilah, who's kind of like your boss and kind of just tells you what to do and leads you through the game. And your tower is ransacked early in the game. That's something that we got to see in the demo. I'm guessing that's going to be a pretty big part of the story. And they've teased kind of a secret. We don't really know what it is at all. They haven't really given anything except that. So the game looks like it's going to be a little more complicated than just, you going through the park and doing stuff. But definitely not a super complex story or an action story. I think it's going to be nice and relaxing to play, which is something I'm really excited for. But that's pretty much it for the story. Again, we don't know that much, but I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit more complicated than what I described, but still kind of unique and it's kind of cool, something we haven't seen before, so I'm always up for that. Now let's go into the gameplay. So like I said, you'll always have a walkie-talkie and you'll always be able to talk to Delilah. You can just look at something and report it to her, or just talk randomly. So lots of dialogue in this game. The voice acting is actually done by some people who were in Mad Men, some people who were in Walking Dead. So definitely a skilled voice acting crew, and the dialogue is actually a really important part of this game, as with a lot of adventure games. But that's kind of cool that you can just look at something and talk, and really gives you a lot of options of what to say and what to do, which is important in an adventure game, like I said. You will have a map and a compass that you have to use to kind of navigate. So a lot of times she'll just tell you to go west. You're going to have to look at the map. There are lots of rocky mountains and stuff that you have to climb, so you're going to have to use the map to your advantage and use the compass to help yourself get around. As you get further in the game, you're going to unlock stuff to help you traverse the environment. So maybe places you couldn't get to in the beginning, you're going to get to because you have a grappling hook or something like that. There are caves that you need keys to explore. The game is really heavy on exploration. There are a lot of areas you can explore. It's not just a linear path. It's definitely a wide open area that you can just kind of run around and explore. Lots of areas that even don't have to do with the story that you can just go around and explore. Like I said, lots of climbing, lots of little caves, and lots of stuff just to run around and do, which is always cool because I love exploring in video games. Other than that, we just kind of got the standard adventure game stuff. You can pick stuff up, you can investigate stuff, stuff you would expect in a common adventure game, other than the fact that this is a first-person game, which makes it pretty different than a lot of adventure games that you don't see those every day. And the first-person mode looks like it works really good. Well, it's not a first-person mode, it's only in first-person. The climbing looks good, all the animations look really cool. They said they spent a lot of time on the animations, so it looks pretty solid, and I'm excited to play a first-person adventure game, because it's probably something I don't know if I've ever done, so should be pretty cool. Other than that, guys, let's talk about the art style. So as you get farther away from stuff, it looks more and more stylized, more and more painted, which is a really cool system. The closest thing I could kind of put this to is kind of like a Borderlands feel. Not that it looks like Borderlands, but really that's the closest thing I could compare it to. But that's kind of doing it injustice, because it really doesn't look like Borderlands 2. It's really its own entity, and it looks really cool. It's kind of cartoony, but not like childish, but kind of like also really like stylized, but not like painted. I don't know, it's really cool. It's a nice mix of realism and style, you know, hand painted like skies and stuff like that. So make sure you guys check it out. The gameplay on the screen, like I said, it will have all that good stuff on it. And that pretty much does it for the video, guys, other than the fact that this game is coming out sometime in 2015, so expect it pretty soon. I'm pretty excited for it, and when it comes out, I will probably be doing some first impression and maybe even a review, depending on how long it takes me to finish. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Lots of cool stuff coming. Definitely some stuff on ESO once we get more content. It's just kind of been slow, so I haven't been doing any ESO Saturdays or anything like that. But expect some more videos on upcoming games until we do get some ESO stuff that I can finally make a video on. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.